Today on Courtney Sweets, we're making baked drumsticks in the oven. They are so crispy, so flavorful, and I even take off the meat and then use this to make stock, so we're not wasting this, and then my family gets to enjoy this. And look how easy it was to do that. So to start, we're gonna line our baking sheet with some parchment paper. You could also use foil or a reusable Silpat. I like to do this for easier cleanup, and I can also scrape up those bits easily without having to scrub the pan or deglaze it with some water and pour it out. So now we're just making sure they have a bit of breathing room so they can actually fry in the oven. They get nice and crispy. You could even use your air fryer, but you want to make sure they're spaced apart because you want them to crisp up, otherwise they're going to steam. So the seasonings are parsley, granulated garlic, salt, pepper, and paprika. Now if you wanted to mix them all in a bowl together, you could also do that, but I just, eyeball it here. But these are my main seasonings, and I have measured before, and those ingredient measurements are on the blog. Now they are completely roasted. I roasted them at 400 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. You want to make sure they're reading 165 degrees Fahrenheit to be fully cooked. Now, what I love to do with these is I actually take the bone out. My family can enjoy that meat, but I use those bones for bone broth. So what I do is I just twist and pull that meat right out, and then when I take that meat, I actually make sure that I get all the ligaments out. There's always like this little ligament on the bottom, the bony structure, cartilage and stuff, so you want to get that out. And then any fat pieces like that aren't edible, you want to get those out, and you'll see this little bony structure I'm talking about. This is the one that I take right out of the meat right away. Make sure you get that out, and you can put that right into the bone bag with it bones. It's perfect for your stock. So now, like I said, I like to use the parchment paper because I get all the bits up, so you can see that it is stuck on the parchment paper. I just use my hands with gloves on them because it's actually really hot still, so I like to use these black gloves, and then I could just scrape up all those bits. It's tons of flavor, and I will also add this into the bag with the bones for when I make my stock. And again, it helps it make it a little bit more easy of a cleanup. Sometimes it will go off onto the pan, as you see on the top, but it's not as much as it would have been, and I would not have been able to get all of that flavor off of the pan unless I deglaze the pan. And then I'm just going to take these bones and then place them into a freezer bag, and then anytime I cook any more bones or anything, I can add them to this freezer bag. Now that I have all of the bones in the bag, I am going to release all of that air and make sure it's nice and airtight because I don't want it to get freezer burnt. And make sure you have the bag open. So I'm opening a little bit, and then I'm gonna squeeze and just roll so I get all of that air out. And then I'll make another batch and then probably cook this over the weekend, but you can freeze this for about 2 to 3 months and just keep adding bones here and there, and then make your beautiful, delicious stock. And then don't forget you have that meat that your family and you can enjoy, and it's great for meal prep or just snacking throughout the day or serving for dinner. We hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.